Okay, so number 1 says name a line that contains point E. So you look over at the picture, find point E, it's right there. I can see the line. To name it, of course, there's different ways you can name it. One way is by just saying line Q, using that cursive letter there. Another way would just be to use the points, 2 points on that line, so you could say line BE. Or you can use a symbol, line EB. The reason why you need to know so many different ways of how to name it is because when you see geometry problems, they might have it in different ways. So you need to be able to recognize all the different ways. Name a point contained in line N. So look for line N. There's 2 points there, so you could say point A or point B. Another name for line P. Well, that's one way, is to name it there. The other way is to name it by the points. So you could say line DC. You could say line CD. Either way. Name the plane containing lines N and P. So find N and P. They both lie in this plane, which is labeled G. So that would be plane G. Or you can name planes by the points. So you could choose 3 points on this plane, like A, B, D, and name it that way. So far, pretty easy. Now we're going to start drawing. Despite what you may have heard, all the drawings in geometry are pretty easy. So here it just says point K lies on RT, and you're supposed to draw and label that figure. So line RT, I'm going to draw a line. In order for it to be named RT, it has to have point R and T on it. And point K lies on that line. So I'll put K right there. If you're feeling confident and want to work ahead or whatnot, you're welcome to. Just make sure to check back, make sure that you're doing it correctly. Plane J contains line S. So I'm just going to start with that first part that says plane J. I'll draw plane J. And it contains line S, so just draw a line S right in there. I found the directions for number 7 a little bit confusing. It says line YP lies in plane B. So I'll draw line YP. Lies in plane B. It says it contains point C. I wasn't sure what they meant by contain C. I didn't know if they meant the plane or the line, but according to the answer key, they mean the line. So the line contains point C, and then it does not contain point H. So the line does not contain point H. And next one, try the next one on your own. Good job. I saw some of you starting with drawing the plane and some of you drawing the lines first. Either way, it's fine as long as in the end you have all the components. It says line Q and F intersect at point Z. So I'm going to start by drawing lines Q and F intersecting. So I have Q and F. They intersect at point Z, so I'll label this intersection Z. And it says this is all in plane U. So drawing the plane and labeling it U. Yours doesn't have to be exact. If you did the lines kind of like this, that's still correct as long as it matches the description. That's good. Okay, next one, number 9. I want you to do this one in your head or come up with a number in your head, and then I'll tell you what the correct answer is. How many planes are shown in the figure? So look at this figure and count how many planes you see. Do you have a number in your head? The answer is 5. If you got 6, you counted the bottom twice. So that bottom of this 3D shape is on plane W, so you don't count it twice. So you have the bottom, the top, which is 2, and then you have 3 around the sides. So the answer is 5 planes. How many of the planes contain points F and E? So find point F and E right here. It looks like it's contained in this vertical plane right here, and then the top of that shape. So that's 2 planes. Next, name 4 points that are coplanar. Well, look for 4 points that fall on the same plane, and there's multiple answers here that are correct. One thing I see right here is this plane right here has 4 points, A, F, E, and B. So I can write that down. Another point or plane with 4 points would be this one right here. So E, D, C, and B. And then that back side of the shape, D, F, C, and A. This one you should be able to answer pretty confidently at this point. Are points A, B, and C coplanar? A, B, and C are coplanar because they fall in the same plane. They aren't collinear. Collinear would mean they fall in a straight line. Coplanar is when they fall in the same plane. So A, B, and C are coplanar. Yes, they are all on plane W. Would be the explanation. Okay. On the back, we're going to do some specific problems. So we're actually going to start with number 6. How many planes are shown in the figure? So in your head, count how many planes are there. Do you have that number in your head? You should have gotten 6. Did you get 6? Awesome. So there's the top and bottom again, and then there's 4 around the side. So 6 planes are in the figure. If you got 7, that's because you counted the bottom twice. Name 3 collinear points. That's points that fall in a straight line. I see 3 right here, S, X, and M. Okay, and this one. Are points N, R, S, and W coplanar? So you literally have to look at all of those 4 points, N, R, S, and W. Do they fall on the same plane? And this time, they don't. So N, R, and S are on this plane, but W is up above. So no. Point W is on a different plane. Okay, these questions are different. It says, name the geometric terms modeled by each object. So the first one is a stop sign. As you know, a stop sign's flat. The actual sign part is flat like a plane. So we'd identify that as a plane. And then this right here, according to the answer key, is a line. I would argue it's a line segment, but that's okay. 10, it says the tip of a pin. That would be like a point. Number 11, the violin, it's pointing to the strings of the violin. Line segment. 12, a car antenna. You could say line segment, you can maybe say line. The answer key says line and point. The reason why I'm giving you the answer key answer is if these show up on your homework, you'll know what they're looking for. And then the last one's easy. It says a library card. Which one would that be like? Anybody raise your hand? Point, line, or plane? Go ahead. A plane, yes. So library card would be like a plane. And that's it. So now I'm going to have you do the practice problems on